My friends, this is Sheree. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to my craft room. I'm working on the Cinderella journal today, and I'm working on the pages as promised in my last video. So what I've done is I already cut them, pretty much folded them. The only thing I might have to cut them when I am actually get them together and see if anything's poking out. So I thought maybe we could put them together and you can see what I'm doing here with the pages. So like I mentioned, it's two signatures. I have these two started, and this is primary paper. I don't have the pockets glued or sewn yet because I want to make sure they're not too wide, this way. And if they were too wide, I could, cut this down a little bit and then glue or sew the pages together. But I wanted this page right here to be my middle, pretty scrapbook paper in the middle. And so I have two of those for two signatures, exactly the same. I think I'm making these signatures the same except for the pages from the book. There were two signatures in the book. Here's one, and I'll find the other one in a second. It's here somewhere. So, and what I'm doing is, this is the paper that we put, the same paper that we put here. So I'm using this as my starting signature cover, first signature cover. And then I'm using this one, which is the pocket scrapbook paper, as my second signature cover. So they both kind of match the paper here and here, but they're both different. I wanted them to be different, but they, are the same as these papers. So anyway, let's see. So let's see, have I found my other paper, other signature yet from the book? Yes, here it is. This is the first signature. And by the way, this book is, let's see if it says the year here. No, this looks like one of the ones that's like a reprint, but it doesn't have the actual year that is the newest printing. So it just says copyright 1950, but of course this is not a 1950 book. This was printed more recently, but it could be vintage. The pages look like they're probably vintage, but I have no idea if it's 70s, 80s, 90s. But the golden part of the spine is pretty shiny, so your guess is as good as mine. So let's get this going. So here's my signature started, and so the other papers I pulled out besides let's go ahead and put one in here and one in here. And I just showed you these papers, so let's get some more papers in here. So let's do, let's see, we've got a pretty scrapbook paper, and then what I would call a writing page, this primary children's writing paper. And then, let's see, so then let's do this one. This is pretty pink paper, just a plain pink paper that can be written or glued on, so either or, but I would like to have a color next to this, plain paper or neutral paper. So the same thing in the other one, which is right here. And then, let's see what we shall do next. Let's do the graph paper next. I think that's fun. I kind of didn't go with any kind of really unusual papers, because like I said, this is the first junk journal for this person and I don't want to overwhelm her. So I went with graph paper. That's a paper everybody's familiar with, and it's still fun to see these papers in journal form, like made into pages in a journal. So there's that one. And next, another colored paper, which is, I have pink lined paper here. So let's put that one next, another colored. And we're going to scoot the book pages in here in a second. I just want to get these pages in here first. And then we'll figure out where we're going to put the book pages. And I'll tell you what I've done with those. So next, see, we have colored and colored. So just perfect, really, for these pages. The next page is a pretty ledger paper. So we'll put that next, which can be writing paper. I consider that writing paper, but of course anybody can do whatever they want with it. Glue on it, or whatever. So writing paper next. And the pink paper can be whatever too. It's got lines going this way, so. Okay, so I think that, okay, this is the first signature, this is the second signature. And there is 3 papers or 6 pages or 12 sides in the book pages. And what I did was I looked at them carefully and just cut off the edges just up to the words, so that none of the words have been cut off, so the whole story's in here. And really this was whatever I did cut off over here was just blank space pretty much, so I didn't really cut off anything that anybody would miss, if you know what I mean. So let's see, first signature and first signature. So let's put these together. Now, usually I will separate these and put them like every other one. You know, like put one here and put one here and, you know, put one there. But for her, I want to keep them together because my friend and her daughter told me that this is her favorite story, and that's why she picked Cinderella. And then also, I took several Cinderella books to her and said, which one would you like me to make a journal out of? Because I have several different, you know, Cinderella books, you know, all different. And she picked this one, so I wanted to keep the story together as much as possible. So I'm going to keep these pages together and put them together in here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, let's see, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's put it right here after the third page, after this pink page. That will be all these pages together. So those pages will be together. And then these pages, I'll do the same thing, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go ahead and keep these pages together. So that's what I'm going to do now. I may have to cut the length down, I see, to get them in between. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to cut the length down, but that, again, it can be easily done because I have a little space here below these words, and that's going to be the same on every page. I'll show you real quick. See, it's got that blank space on every page. And I've got a little bit of blank space up here too. So I'll be able to cut a little bit off up here too. Let me see where the words start. Yeah, I've got about 1/2 inch up there. So, yeah, I'm going to need to cut off about 1/2 inch. So really, let me see. This is pretty thick by the time I get all of these pages together. Let me see if it's more than 12 inches here. I think it might be, but I'm not sure. I might be able to cut these all at one time. Let me see if they fit in my paper cutter. And just cut a little. Oh, they do fit. Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's like, it must be perfect, like 12 inches here after I cut a little bit off the sides. You know, it ended up being about 12 inches across here. So I'm going to go below these words here and just cut a little bit off the bottom here and see how it looks. See, I cut right below the words there, and it's the same on every page. See, I didn't cut any of the words off. Okay, so the story still can be read. Now I didn't need to cut off any out. I don't think I'm going to need to cut any off the top, or am I? I might not have to, so I'm going to leave it for now because I don't think I have to. And we'll see if I have to cut any more off the sides there. Hope not. Hoping not to, so I'm going to leave it the way it is right now. And put these pages back together. This is the second signature. So there's that one. Let's see. The this little pink page is a little bit, but that can be pulled down. See, it's not all the way. It's sticking up on top, but see, it's got a little room to be pulled down. So everything is contained pretty much inside here, except for a little strip right here that's not inside the scrapbook paper. But I'm going to see once I get the elastic in here how that turns out. Now these book pages need to be trimmed. Also on the bottom we'll cut those off just like we did the other ones. So let's do that. And I thought you might enjoy putting the pages together with me, even though I've already cut them off. And I'm going to show you one more thing that if you saw my video on my last Thrifty Thursday, which should be before this video, I'm going to need to cut off, let's see, a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom on this one. Because there's some, I opened this up and there's some little mice down here that I'd like to keep. So let me cut below the mice. And then I'm going to turn this over and cut the little white space off the top here. Too. But above the words. Above the words. So I'll have all the words. Okay. There we go. All right. So there's that one. Now I'm going to show you these after my Thrifty Thursday, like I was saying. So this will go in here. I'm going to get the, before the next video, I will get the elastics put in, and then I'll show you what it looks like and how it all comes together. But after my last Thrifty Thursday video, I continued making some of those little, these little spools. And let's see, what else did I use up? I made a tag here. It's not finished, but I just turned this into a tag shape. This was one of the scraps. And this one here, I showed you this piece in the back here. This was the map piece. And then I had a scrap where I could fit another blue piece of scrapbook paper spool on it. So I went ahead and layered this map with this blue piece. Now, since this is kind of like more solid, I think I'll decorate this, and I hopefully will decorate this too. Or even if I don't, I can put a little hole and a little ribbon up here, and it will be cute. But I've got those two done. And then I still have this scrap I can do something with. That was the only scrap left out of, I used up all the little papers. And I made, here's the two. We worked on one of these, and then I made finished the second one. So here's how they came out glued together. I think these are really cute, and I think, I mentioned bag toppers, I mentioned spools, but I think you could also just use these as tags or drawing cards because they're white on the back. These are one-sided scrapbook papers that I used, and they're white on the back, and it would be great little, journaling spots and in a journal, and it's really pretty to put into a journal just as a tag or a journaling card. So really cute. And then let's see, this was another couple of scraps I put together. As I was layering these, I went ahead and layered this little tag. It's because I had this little scrap here, so I just made the back piece into a tag, as you can see here, this black blue piece. And then the flowered piece, I just rounded all the corners and layered that on top of there. So that came out really cute. And then here's the small ones, the smaller spools. I didn't make any of these during the video, but I made these, 5 here. They were just so cute. I couldn't stop making these, and I just used up all the paper making these little ones. But aren't they just adorable little journaling? I'm going to use them as journaling cards. I just think they're so cute. I really love them. They're so adorable. So, and I don't know if you can see, but this top layer has little stitch marks. I love it when the dies have little stitch marks around it. And then you can see this frilly part around from the back. That's from the back layer. So I just think that those dies did a great job, and they turned out so cute. So I wanted to show you that. Some of them, I don't think I'll probably fit all of those into this journal, but some of them will be going in, and I'll figure something out to do with that. But that is it for now. A short one probably today. but I wanted to show you how the signatures were coming together with the pages and everything. So I will get the elastic in here. I'm going to look through my elastics and pick one out that I think will go with this journal. I think I have some pink ones, or a blue one could go with this. And I actually have a tassel in mind that I'm going to put with this too. So stay tuned for the progress, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.